Give him a pause. Hey, we're doing the one-on-one stuff.
After all the games, practices, planes, buses, and meals in between are done, the 2020-21 Devils have one final task to signify this strangest of NHL seasons, the annual team picture. For Lindy Ruff and the entire Devils team, 2021 was a year of growth.
Well, growth for me is a player's overall game and how they fit in. Can that player be an important piece for next year? Can he be a goal scorer? Can he be a good two-way player? Can he be a special teams player?
I believe everybody is thinking the same thing. You have to have a big summer. You know, there's no shortcuts to success. We've got to do it the right way. Players have to, if you want to improve, you have to put the time and effort and work into it. And you know, but I think the mindset is enough's enough, and we've got to start making major stances here in the standings and make major pushes to play meaningful games.
A season of firsts for the veteran coach. Ruff used the 56 games to build relationships with the players, ones that will hopefully lay the foundation for a bright future in New Jersey.
It's been a hard grinder, but we deserve better in some other games.
I knew, and I said it from day one, that I was going to have patience to help grow. I was going to have to earn their trust. I didn't ask for it. I said I would earn it. The try and the not give up was something that was always evident. I saw a lot more interaction on the bench between players, and even challenging each other to be better, which I think is important for a team.
Trust is important, and you know, I think he just didn't say it, he did it. Actions speak louder than words. And when Lindy would come down to a player and say, hey, you can't make that play right there, that player didn't lose a shift, and that player felt like the coach had his back, and they didn't make that mistake again. Now, some players continue to make the same mistakes, and Lindy's job is also to keep players accountable, and he did that. And I think that also sends a message, and you know, it's a lesson as well to learn. But he knew what he was getting into when I hired him, and he was excited about that, and that's why I felt he was the best guy for it, because he understood the situation, or sorry, where we're at as an organization at this level, and you know, I felt he was the best guy to take it to the next level. And we saw progression this year, and you saw that in individuals' games. So I think Lindy had a lot to do with that.
Obviously, he has a lot of experience. He knows what he's talking about, and we're a young group, and he really can help us out. And he's been really fair to us the whole year. And it was just, it was great playing under him. We had lots of fun. He can make practice in work time, but also fun work time. So it's always good to come to the locker room and still have this like loose mood, but it's work time. But it's not like this tighten up like mood. It's like literally like guys having fun.
I'll give you the opportunity to make the plays under duress. I understand that there will be mistakes made. We're going to have to learn from those mistakes. We can't keep making the same mistakes. There's a consequence for the same mistakes, and I think at different times you saw some players sat out games, some players sat out shifts, some players sat out periods. It's really part of the growth process. It's part of the accountability process. If we want to be a winning team, that accountability starts coming from within, that they start challenging each other, that it doesn't come from the coach, that you'll see, you know, this 2-year player and this 3-year player saying, that's not the way we play the game.
We have such a young team, you know, and there's been times where he's easily could have come in and just, you know, beaten us down with, hey, what's going on and stuff like that. And he's been very reserved, but at the same time, he's stern. And I think he has a great hockey mind. You know, it's great because he's played the game. He knows what it's like. And to be honest, I love playing for him. And hopefully me and him can be here for a while.
Lindy was great. He was really good with me. He was patient, kind of, I guess, respected my game and let me do my thing a little bit while teaching me at the same time. I think his systems, they kind of played towards I guess, my strengths and helped me out a lot. And then Naz, I mean, I worked with him a ton, obviously watching a lot of video and him being back there with us all the time. I think him and I have a pretty good relationship, and he helped me out a lot along the way with video and continuing to learn how to defend in this league.
You know, we have 4 guys behind our bench. They all played in the NHL and played pro hockey, so it's guys that have been around locker rooms their whole life. You can talk to these guys about the game and just be personal with them, so it's nice to have them.
Hughes along the goal, and he tries to go the same way, and he scores! Same way as Crosby, but Jack Hughes is able to find the back of the net.
Here's Hughes walking in, backhander, he scores! Jack Hughes makes it a 2-goal night. Oh, the kid's on fire tonight.
Use Jack Hughes as an example and watch how his face-offs increased as the year went on. They didn't get worse, but they increased, and they're going to get better. But Lindy showed trust in him and had him out there in D-zone face-offs. Lindy allowed him to maintain the ice time that he got because he was excelling with it. And you know, that again, that's part of the maturation process of this entire group.
He has incredible passion for the game. He loves the game. We saw his personality come out. He loves being a devil. You know, you can send a line out, and within 30 seconds, there's this guy looking at you and going, I'm ready to go, I'm ready to go. And he wants to be back out there. And that's the players you want. You want the players that want to be able to make a difference. You want the guy, you don't want the guy that's sitting at the end of the bench that kind of hides, but you want that guy that's standing up, kind of sitting sideways going, okay, I'm ready. And he really grew through the year.
Yeah, I mean, throughout the year, Lindy was kind of a building trust throughout the year, you know, so me and Lindy have a good relationship, and coming in, he was pretty direct with me, telling me what he wanted from me and how he was going to utilize me, so he didn't waver from that, and I'm glad he didn't, you know. I took a step, that's for sure, and I still need to get a lot better, but yeah, I think my defensive game got better, and I think that's just the whole thing of my game evolving and becoming more of a complete player.
He accepted the responsibility of becoming a better defensive player because he knew that would lead to more ice time. He accepted the responsibility of becoming a better face-off player because he knew that would lead to more ice time, and knows that he still has a long ways to go. And we saw, you know, what I would feel a really good Jack Hughes this year, but I think there's so much more there.
I'm the first to tell you, and I'm not saying I'm a good or bad scout, but I did not expect Ty Smith to make our team this year. I got to give him all the credit in the world. He forced us to keep him on the team. We didn't force to put him on the team. He forced us to keep him on the team, and I don't think he had one bad game, to be honest with you. I just thought he got better and better, and the confidence just grew.
I believe in myself, so I think early on I was feeling like I can continue to do more, and I mean, I think they did a great job at I guess sheltering my minutes a little bit, putting me in more offensive situations and playing me in situations that kind of favor my game, but I felt like I could do better and do more, so I think that kind of slowly started to come and gave me a little more leash and more ice time. Obviously, you want to be more successful as a team and win more games. I think that'll come very soon, but yeah, personally, I think it went pretty well, and I need to continue to develop and hopefully be better next year.
Can he be that power play quarterback that we cast him in his first year? And I thought he did an admirable job for really being a young player. When you look up front, you know, can the players that had a good year this year and, you know, scored the number of goals, the amount of points, you can go from to a Wood, to a McLeod, to Jack. Can we get that to a new level? And we need to get that to a new level. They made strides. The strides we've made have to turn into wins, though.
We look under the hood, see what we have, but if you can't give them an opportunity, you never know what's underneath the hood. And I wanted to give every one of them an opportunity and let them tell me, not ready, or I'm ready. And you know what? They made me look good with, you know, how they played.
You just take what you've learned from this year, and then you take the lessons and apply them moving forward. So, you know, whenever I'm going to be training, or you know, you kind of have in the back of your mind what you went through, and those experiences help shape you for the next year. So definitely be able to take everything that happened to me this year and learn how to, adapt and react to things differently.
At some point, probably next year, we're going to have to take a step and start to win and push for the playoffs. I don't want to put any expectations on us or nothing, but we're building a good young core here, and our fans should be excited.
But we never made any excuses. We used that as ammo and said, we're going to be better for this by playing Washington 8 times and Boston 8 times and the Islanders 8 times. Pittsburgh 8 times. It's wow. Every night you were battle tested, and I do think that will pay forward for this group.
Something really exciting going on here. Nobody likes losing. Us players, we all know what we got to take a next step, and we do this as a group. But we got some really exciting stuff going on here, and I'm just super excited already to come back here next year and get to work with these guys.
We tried to have unparalleled communication with players, to know that this is a partnership. We're in this together. That it isn't. You guys make a mistake, we yell and scream at you, and you're going to get better. That we feel your pain, we're going to help you through that. But we're asking you guys to be a lot better as players. I'm asking myself and my staff to be a lot better when the puck drops for the opening game of next season.